Hello and welcome. Let's see if we're all online. It looks like we are. Hopefully, things are working a bit better and the stream is functioning properly without any issues with regards to latency or that sort of thing. So, welcome to a new live stream, episode 20, I believe it is, of Teacher Talking Time. And it's so great to have you here. Hopefully, if you do have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to put it in the chat and I'll be happy to comment. So let's see. And here we are. So hello and welcome to another live stream. Please post your questions in the chat and I'll be happy to accommodate any questions that you have. Okay, right. So in terms of summer, I hope you're all having a lovely time and I hope that things are going well with regards to your online teaching. And I thought today what we could do, particularly here, is to have a look at some profiles on Preply and seeing how people are doing, tutors are doing, with some ideas of good examples and possibly suggestions to improve it. So if there's a particular profile or if you want me to have a look at your profile, then please don't hesitate to provide a link or, let me know your name and then I'll have a search for your profile on Preply and we can have a look at that sort of thing. So welcome. It's 12 o'clock. It's just gone 12 o'clock. And so any questions that you have, put it in the comments and I'll be more than happy to accommodate any ideas or suggestions or questions that you may have. Right, so this is the first time that I'm using this sort of streaming thing, StreamYard. I think there's a little logo pop up there. So first time I'm trying this out and it's so nice to see if things are working properly. There's no issues with latency. It says that I've got good connection, so hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully there's no dropouts or anything with regards to the lag or that sort of thing. So what's been happening? Well, in terms of me, a couple of things have been happening. So recently I've been teaching a nice group of students for a short time. And I was, funny enough, I was going into a classroom which just had chalk in, and I've not taught in a classroom with a chalk or blackboard before, so it's quite interesting to experience something. I did take a few photos, so let's see if I can share my screen and let's see if this works. I've got my photos here. Yep, here we are. Good. So that's sharing properly. And here, I ended up teaching with chalk and a blackboard, which was very, very interesting. Not done that for a long time. So, yeah, that was kind of a bit strange. But anyway, it was quite an interesting experience to use chalk and the blackboard. And there's something quite nice aesthetic about using chalk and a blackboard. It's got an old school feel to it, of course, and that sort of thing. Okay, so what else has been happening? Well, yesterday I went out and let's see if I can share my screen again. And where did I go? I went off to Brighton. So a nice little city just around the corner from me. And we got the train and we ended up having noodles. I ended up having some nice ramen at a Japanese style restaurant, which was quite nice. And then went off shopping and got myself a nice suit, or my wife treated me to a nice suit, which was good. Um, and here you can see the style, and something that my wife recommended that I try out. And yeah, that was quite good. Then let's shop actually. A little expensive, but not overly expensive, but quite nice to have a good shop around, I guess. Oh, and that's a Japanese restaurant where we went to in Brighton. Very small, very nice, lovely place. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, that was my trip out, I suppose. So that was quite nice to get involved with, and just get out of the house and do whatever I wanted to do. That was great. Now, one thing I recommended that we do today, hopefully with the connection working as it is at the moment, hopefully no dropouts, is that we can have a look at Preply profiles and how best that these profiles are, recommendations for these profiles, or good examples of what these tutors are doing on Preply. So if you want me to have a look at your profile, then please let me know your name, and let me know how to search for you on Preply, and I'll be happy to look at your profile. So let's begin, and let's try this out. So hopefully things are going well. And if you do have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try and share the audio as well whilst we're looking here, and you can see here that we've got a variety of different tutors. Okay, so let's see. Let's try and open it up a little bit more. Okay, so let's see. So we've got 3 newly joined tutors, and you can see the newly joined tutor thing here. And so a bit further down, you've got 3 newly joined tutors. The last one here doesn't have any students at the moment. Second one here has 3 active students. And this one here has 2 active students and 12 lessons. You can see how many lessons that tutor has taught. Now, obviously, this one has a variety of experience on Preply, despite being newly joined. But let's have a look at this one to see what could be improved, as this new tutor hasn't really got much in the way of profile or students. And let's have a look at his video, his introduction video. Now, I've not seen this yet. I'm just looking at this with you. So let me know in the comments if you can hear the audio. That would be great. So let's click on his video.
Hello everyone, my name is Danny and I would like to help you learn English.
Okay, so right off the bat, he doesn't seem to have much energy or enthusiasm. It's basically saying, hello there, my name is Danny and I would like to help you learn English, or something to that extent. That the camera portrays yourself with regards to how enthusiastic you are, or how things are going. You have to overreact and over-respond when you're talking to a camera, and it's definitely a skill that I've developed over the time. When I first started making videos and doing live streams, it's when you ended up you start off going, hi there, my name is Martin, and I create videos about English language teaching. Now, that in itself is not great. It's not engaging. It's not interesting. But then, if you go, hi there, my name's Martin, and I teach English to foreign students, and I'm here to make videos about English language teaching. That in itself is a lot more engaging and energizing than this particular video. But let's carry on. Let's see what this Danny, has to say.
First of all, a little bit about myself. I'm British, but I live in Japan. In my free time, I love listening to music, rock climbing, skateboarding, and video games. But
It's very good. Nice introduction. He's talking about where he lives, where he's currently living. Now, what would be really good is if he would combine both the introduction saying, hi, my name is Danny, and I've been teaching English for X amount of years, and I'm currently living in Japan. Now, he could say, he could include some images of where he lives or some images of, him teaching or his school or, to give some more visual appeal to potential students. All I can see at the moment is just a white wall, him with headphones on, and I guess he's recording from his webcam. And there's minimal effort with regards to this introduction video. Let's carry on. How long is it? It's about a minute and 20 seconds, which is
But
okay.
I also find time to keep up to date with current affairs from around the world. As for my teaching, I have been an English as a second language teacher for over 10 years, and I have taught in 3 countries: Japan, Thailand, and Vietnam. Over my 10 years of teaching, I've helped students reach many goals, such as getting into universities and improving their scores in
Mm.
IELTS and TOEIC exams.
Okay. So again, just quite bland, just an introduction video, nothing behind him, nothing visually appealing for potential students. And when you make an introduction video, it's nice to have something behind you, something that engages the viewer and going, oh wow, actually, he seems quite really interesting. And again, no B-roll, what we call B-roll, like extra video footage to accompany what he's talking about. So any pictures of him teaching in Vietnam, Taiwan, Japan, that would be really useful. And also some, information about how he's been teaching and what he's been teaching. That would be really useful. Right, okay, we have a first comment shown here by Alp. He says, yes, we can hear the audio. Perfect. I'm glad you can. That's great. It's the first time I'm using this application, and I'm so pleased that you can hear the audio because I was nervous because I've not used this platform before. I know some tutors have used it, and it's great. Anyway, great. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, now let's see. Let's go back to this.
I also studied classical and contemporary singing at university, which helped me develop a deep understanding of pronunciation in English.
Okay, now the fact that he's not really studied English language teaching or methodology or anything like that with regards to his undergraduate degree or postgraduate degree, and it was about singing or contemporary singing, I like the fact that he's tried to connect both his studies and the pronunciation aspect. That's really good connection, because first of all I was like, what's the connection here? But yeah, he does make a very valid point that articulation, contemporary singing, it does involve pronunciation, so very valid.
I took courses with I2I and the World TEFL Association to help me improve my English teaching abilities. So, whatever your goals are in English, I'm sure I can help. And if you join me for a trial lesson, we can discuss what your aims are and what you want to achieve in English. Thank
Oh, it's
you
going a
so
little bit.
much, and I look forward to speaking to you.
Okay, so um, kind of a call to action. That's what you need at the end of the video. So rather than saying, I'm sure I can help you and I look forward to seeing you in the classroom, you could say, book a lesson with me today and I'll help improve your English. So, something like that. And it would engage potential students that are thinking about possible lessons with you. So if you do have a call to action like, I see you in class, book a lesson with me today, and I'll ensure that your English will improve after 10 lessons. That seems a lot more engaging and enticing rather than saying, I look forward to seeing you in class and I hope that, I'll help you and I look forward to seeing you in the trial lesson. Mm, not great, but it's better than nothing. Okay, so that was Danny. My suggestions for Danny would be re-record that introduction video, get something behind you which is really interesting and engaging. Try to make sure that it's visually appealing to potential students. Show a little bit more about your life behind you, and that's what you can do. And also think about uh, adding images and pictures to the recording of your introduction video. Having just a talking head for 1 minute and 20 seconds is not exactly engaging for potential online students, and you end up just people would just switch off. And so try and re-record it and also make it a lot more interesting. You need to use that contemporary knowledge that you have with regards to singing to try and encourage people to click on your profile and to click a lesson with you and book a trial lesson. That's what I'd recommend. Okay, let's have a look at maybe a successful tutor and seeing what they do. And a lot of tutors here tend to have, they start off quite slowly and then build up that momentum whilst they're teaching. So let's return back to our video, our website. So here we can see Michael here. He has 46 active students, 3,409 lessons, got 44 reviews, 5 stars. He charges $24.50 per hour. And let's have a look at his introduction. And you can see, he's got a good introduction. My name is Michael, and I'm a native English teacher, born and bred in England, but now live in Thailand. He's been teaching 20 plus years. Why choose Michael? Michael's capable of helping. So that's a nice review from a student here. Let's have a look at his introduction video and see what he's getting right. So let's see.
Hello, my name is Michael, and I'm here to convince you to come and learn with me.
Okay, so first off, I think the introduction video straight away, he says, hello, my name is Michael. And so there's a lot more intonation and interest with regards to his video. Rather than the previous one where we saw Danny going, hello, my name is Danny. He also has some gestures and expressions whilst he's introducing himself. Let's carry on and let's see how things are going.
I've been teaching English for more than 20 years as a full-time teacher, predominantly ESL. That means English as a second language.
Okay, his video, very simple, I guess. There is something behind him, which I'm quite curious what it is. There's an aircon unit behind him as well. I would suggest that his introduction video might need updating. I'm guessing this one is quite old. And the quality is a bit questionable. I guess again, like Danny, he's using his webcam from his computer, so it's actually facing up to him rather than having a camera leveled down eye level or head level. so I would recommend whilst you're recording your introduction video, make sure that you have a webcam here, or position your video, your camera or smartphone where it looks at you. That would be my recommendation if you wanted to update the video. Again, this is slightly long, 2 minutes.
But also business English to university students, to businessmen, to companies, and also learners that want to pass one of the recognized English language tests.
Okay, so yeah, he's outlining, just like Danny, the experience he's had, what he's been able to achieve, and you know, sort of thing. So that's great. Okay, got a few comments here. We've got Academia Clase de Inglés SP. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Hope you're going to be nice if you get mine. Oh, do you have a Preply profile? Let me know. How do I search for your Preply profile if you do? That would be great. We also have Second. Sir, are you still teaching via Preply? Yes, I am. I'm still teaching. Number of students have dipped quite a bit, so it's not so reliable, I guess. But I'm trying to, you know, um, um, bolster my earnings through a variety of means, such as Preply, and also working as emergency cover and that sort of thing. So yes, I'm still working with Preply, or teaching via Preply, I suppose, finding students via Preply. Okay, let's have a look at let's click off, and let's have a look at the top one. So this one right at the top, you got Graham here, and let's have a look at his introduction video and let's see how he's getting on.
Hello, my name is Graham. I'm a native English speaker and TEFL qualified. I'm originally from London, England, but I now live with my wife, 2 children and 3 dogs in what is the safari hub of East Africa, Arusha in Tanzania.
Wow. Okay. So one thing that I do like about this video is he's sharing his background, I guess, and you know, he's recorded his introduction video in the garden. I'm not entirely sure where he is, but yeah, that would be one thing to consider or to look at. Recording in your garden is a really good idea, obviously weather dependent, and obviously trying to look at improving the audio, because obviously you could use a microphone or a lavalier mic on, and you know, if someone's recording you, as someone is here, having that microphone will avoid any sort of noise from the wind. You know, when you're recording your audio, one thing that you should be considered is to just have a microphone with a sort of, let me see, it's called a cattail, that avoids that. Okay. Okay, Alp is here. I don't want to spam, but I have no idea why my comments don't show up. So sorry. I'm not entirely sure. If you're trying to add a link, then maybe YouTube is not really helping with that link. So let me see. You know, YouTube, I think, tries to avoid any sort of links or spams in that sense. But if you can give me your first name and surname, I'll be able to find you on Preply if you're a tutor on Preply as well. The same with Academia de Glace. You know, if you're able to provide your first name and surname, I'll have a look for you on Preply. That would be great. Anyway, so let's fast forward and see, is he based in the same position? Yes, he is. He's basically recording, or someone's recorded him for a minute, nearly 2 minutes.
I'm very approachable and patient. Hello, this
Okay, you can hear the wind now starting to breeze, and it kind of distorts the audio, so it's a bit difficult to hear. So one thing that I would recommend this particular tutor is to record your video, but also try to make sure that the audio is crisp and clear by having a lavalier mic, or recording your video indoors so the wind doesn't distort the audio in that way. Okay, right. So let's have a look at. Oh, we got a super tutor here. This will be interesting. So we've got a super tutor. Danny H. First class IELTS preparation for university and immigration needs, business and general English, private lessons with guaranteed results, English for admissions to UK universities. Really interesting. So he's focusing down on a particular niche. And one thing that I would recommend is when you're looking at trying to encourage and entice particular students, focus on focus on your niche. So IELTS preparation, admissions to UK universities, exam preparation. That is something guaranteed that will help. Okay, let's have a look. Alps, thanks. You can type my YouTube name and I will instantly show up on Preply. Alp. Okay. Let's try this out. And Susan Barlow. Okay. Susan B. I'll have a look for you in Preply and let's see how things are getting on. Okay. Right. I want to learn English. Yes. Select focus, select a country, search a name. Okay, here we are. So let's put in Alp first of all. Is this it? Alp? I'm not entirely sure, but
Hey,
I'm Alp. Alp, let me know if this is you. In the comments, let me know if I found you. I've just typed in Alp. So hopefully this is you. And let me have a look at your introduction video and let me give you some advice. And I'll also find Susan B. So, oh, great. That is you. Good. Thank you ever so much. So, yep, that's me. Great. So let's have a look at your video. And let's see any ideas, suggestions that I have.
hey, I'm Alp, a 24-year-old TOEFL certificated English teacher. I love teaching English to students of all ages and nationalities. Thanks to my English language and literature background, I have a deep understanding of the language, and I am looking forward to sharing this knowledge with you.
Really good introduction. You are quite energetic. You know, the previous tutor that I shared, Danny, the new tutor, was kind of, you know, but you seem to be quite engaged and quite interested and sharing, you know, what knowledge you have. So that's great, Alp.
No matter what your English level is, I will try to help you not only learn the language, but also use it properly. I'll make sure that you are following a scheduled study program tailored to your aim.
Perfect. Yeah, so very clear. If you book a lesson with me, I will not only help you learn the language, but use it properly. Really good, very clear, very simple.
In our journey, first, we will talk about your aim and your needs. Then, taking your aim and your needs into account, I will prepare a study program for you. All you have to do will be to follow this program and attend our lessons. You can book a trial lesson with me, so we can discuss your aim and your needs. I hope to see you in our class. Goodbye. Hey, I'm Ad.
Okay, so I really do like the fact that you have a sort of call to action at the end of the video. So I look forward to seeing you in class. That's obviously one big thing that you should do when you're creating your video. And at the end of the video, you have this call to action saying, I look forward to seeing you in class. soon, you know, and book a trial lesson with me so we can discuss your aims and that sort of thing. Now, again, it's a sort of talking head style video with a white background behind you. So the only suggestion that I would have is to maybe record your introduction video again, but try to include something behind you with regards to the background, something to share your life with potential students, so students can see where you are and who you are and where you're from and that sort of thing. And that's one thing that I would recommend when it comes down to introduction video. And also include some images and some other things like that, because you know, of your country or where you're based, because that would also encourage and interest potential students. So let's have a look at your profile a little bit more. And I can see you've got a load of availability. You've taught 5 lessons. You've got 1 review. Let's have a look at the review. He was really nice. He was passionate and kind. It was so good time. Thank you, Alp. So again, you've got a really good review. I can see here that I'm looking at this, but let's open it up here. So the review down the bottom here, 5 stars, perfect. So you've got a really good profile, and yeah, just keep going and try and encourage. And I can see that you've had 6 lessons booked in the last 48 hours. And one thing that I would recommend is to try and encourage potential students to leave a review. That's what I would recommend. Okay, let's go back and let's find Susan. Okay, so Susan with a Z. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we've got two profiles here with Susan B. So you'll have to let me know which one you are. I'm assuming the top one. Okay, we got Alan Hall here. Are you coming over for IATEFL next week? Afraid not, Alan. You know, I'm kind of booked up with work, so I'm unable to make it. But I've not been to IATEFL for quite a while, and it would be quite nice to try and make it one day in the near future once things are a little easier, I suppose. Okay, Susan, let me know if this is you at the top. That would be great. Whilst we're waiting, let's have a look at the first introduction video. I'm assuming this is you. Okay, so first off at the bat, you know, your introduction video's okay. You know, visually it could be a bit brighter. You need to maybe face a window where you have natural light, and so the light kind of hits your face. There's nothing worse than having a sort of a video where it's kind of dark. So that's one thing I would recommend.
Hello, my name's Suzanne and I'm a qualified TEFL English teacher living in Spain, although originally I'm from Manchester in...
Okay, right, so I guess this is you, yeah. Yeah, very engaging, very energetic. One thing that I would recommend with regards to this is maybe trying to put the camera slightly bit further up because it's looking just a little bit down. So it's nice to have a camera a little bit further up and that sort of thing. Let's carry on.
In the UK. I've been teaching English for over 14 years and have taught Cambridge exam courses since 2010. I currently own an academy in my local village and teach various age groups. I enjoy teaching people who are motivated to learn and look forward to working together to achieve your language goal, whatever you.
Okay, so yeah, very energetic. You're sharing your experience and what you do and that sort of thing. That is really good. What I would recommend is, if you do have any pictures or images of your language school, then try to share video, like a B-roll, something like that. That would be really good. Try to share some images of the students that you've taught with their consent, of course, so it can interests and motivates potential students to click on and to book a lesson with you. Let's carry on with the introduction video.
Your current level is, whether that be basic to advanced, and whether you want to improve your grammar, your listening or speaking skills. My classes will offer you the opportunity to improve your English level. In class, we can use various ways to study, whether you want to use a course book or website or the platform. I have updated my course for younger teens preparing for Cambridge B1 and B2 exams. Please book a trial lesson to tell me what your objective is and how we can make it a reality.
Okay. Again, a call to action at the end of the video saying, please book a trial lesson so we can, make your language learning a reality or something like that. So again, I would add certain text or images to the video. Try and record it again so there's it's a bit brighter. Obviously, natural light is the best light that you can have when it comes down to recording a video. Try and record on your smartphone, because everybody nowadays has a smartphone. And you have a camera at the back of your phone. So if you do have an iPhone, set it up on you can set it up on a box, and you can record your introduction video on your phone. And also on your phone, you have something like iMovie, and you can edit your introduction video on your phone. You don't necessarily need to have a good computer or anything like that. So use a phone to record your introduction video, use your phone to edit your video, add text, add pictures. It's just a lot easier nowadays than it used to be 10 years ago. So try and use your phone as much as possible. And also you can record good quality audio from your phone if you use your earphones and use the microphone attached to your phone. That's what I would recommend. But again, really good introduction video, Susan. So yeah, that's what I would encourage, and I do hope that helps. But don't worry, don't cringe. It's all right. You've done very well. And one thing that I would recommend is re-record and just use your phone to record it, because it's better quality. You can add a microphone from your phone. It's so much easier nowadays. Okay, Alp says, I started tutoring on Preply a week ago with really low starting price. I've been watching your videos for a couple of months. They're super useful for a young tutor like me. Thanks for everything. You're very welcome. I'm so pleased that the videos are useful and helpful, and I'm so glad that you found a use for them. One thing I would always recommend is not to lower your price too much, because it's very difficult to increase it from there. And all the students that you start off with at a certain price, at that low price, it's very difficult to explain to them you're going to increase the price, because a lot of them will fall off and not continue lessons with you. So always start off at a price that you feel comfortable with, that you're happy to use over that period of time, and that would make it a lot easier. Now for me, I started my price at $20 per hour, and I've maintained $20 per hour. That's all I've kept. I did increase it to $25 per hour. I had one student that booked up, increased it to 30. I had one student that booked up, but I think for me, the sweet spot is $20 per hour, and you can experiment to see how much students are booking with you. So try and consider increasing your price and experimenting with increasing your price to see how things fluctuate with regards to your teaching. So and bookings and that sort of thing. Okay, right. We've got 20 minutes remaining. And let's have a look at some other profiles. But thank you for sharing, Susan. So pleased to see. Right. Let's try and find a particular a particular profile. There was one who was a super tutor. So let's go a bit further. Sorry, increase the size a little bit. And so here we had Danny H. And let's have a look at his introduction video and see what he's been doing correctly, I suppose, because he's obviously taught 6,000 plus lessons, and he's got 70 students, and he's charging $18.99 per hour. So even for tutors that have a variety of students, that sweet spot is getting there. Now, his introduction video, I can see here he's got a nice color scheme behind him, very European, but let's see.
Hello, my name's Danny. I'm 37 years old and I've been teaching English for over 10 years now. I teach all kinds of English from general to business to my favorite topic, which is English exams, especially the IELTS exam.
Okay, so he's got a lot of energy. He's got he's quite keen to share his passion, and he looks quite a character. And so you can see that some students will find it quite interesting to book a lesson with him. And he talks about his niche, his exam preparation, and niching your way down to teaching online is the way to go.
I've mainly focused on the IELTS exam for the past few years and developed my own unique method. You know, a lot of people ask me what your teaching methodology is. This kind of question irritates me a little bit. The best.
Okay. Video is a bit long, but as he's an engaging chap, it makes the students want to listen to him. And again, it's just a talking head style video. Let's see if it changes. No, it's about 2 minutes. Yeah. I would say 1 minute is the sweet spot. 1 minute 30, okay. 2 minutes is a little bit too long.
What I can do for you. In terms of other types of English, general English, you know, I'm happy to assist you. For those guys who want to learn IELTS, please take a look at my good reviews, and I'm sure you'll be more than happy to book a class.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you in
Call
a class.
to action now.
And, you know, let me show you what I can do for you. Okay?
All right. So he has a call to action at the end. And I think a really good call to action at the end of the video is to say, I'll see you in class soon. Or I'll see you in class. Book a trial lesson with me and I'll see you in class. That would be the best way to encourage potential students to book online lessons with you. So yeah, that would be the best way. Right. Any more questions? Please put them in the comments below. Be great. Yeah. So please post questions in the chat, and we'll have a look at the questions that you've got. I'm more than happy to look at those. Right. What else do we have here? Well, how about I share my video, my introduction video, and you can see what I've done. Okay, so here we are. Let me just share my video, and you can see here I've got a super tutor sort of tab at the top of my picture here. One thing that I would recommend is to try and find a really interesting photo which encourages potential students. You know, looking at the profile photos, some of them are quite nice, some of them are a bit bland, but you've got to choose a photo which is smiley and that sort of thing. So here is my review, and I've chosen a sort of screen grab from the video which illustrates the sort of experience, and it's like, oh, okay, a thumbnail which illustrates IELTS exam preparation and other exam preparation things. So let's have a look. Hello and welcome. My name is Martin Sketchley. And okay, so here, you know, I've made a video which is 58 seconds. You don't need to make it too long because interest will drop out after the first 10 seconds. You've got to make a first impression within 5 to 10 seconds of your video. Let's carry on. And I've been an English language teacher for over 15 years now. I've taught. Okay. So the audio is quite clear because I'm using my microphone here. In a variety of different countries such as Romania, South Korea, and I'm currently in the UK teaching. So I'm adding images to represent the different countries that I've taught in. So it's a little bit more visually appealing. Students academic English at a university. I enjoy preparing students for exams such as IELTS and have experience preparing students for IELTS, as well as a variety of other examinations such as FIRST, CET and PET. Okay, so then I've got the text that kind of pops out to demonstrate the different type of exam preparation courses that I've been involved with in the past. Again, that's a lot more visually appealing rather than just stating it in person. I hold a variety of different qualifications when it comes down to teaching English. I hold a CELTA, I hold a diploma, and I also have an MA. In my free time, I run my own YouTube channel and I have my own website as well. Okay, so again, qualifications, boom, 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 YouTube channel, website. It demonstrates to potential students that this person's quite keen, quite interested. You believe that I've got the skills necessary, then please feel free to get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Take care, stay safe. Bye-bye. Okay, one thing that I didn't have in my video was a call to action saying, book a lesson with me now, I'll see you in class, something like that. You know, kind of left it out. So I've, you know, personally, I've got to update my own profile. So yeah. Okay, so we've got Olia here who says, many thanks. Thank you ever so much, Olia. Great to have you here. We've got Susan here. Thank you for your help, and we'll give it a whirl. Best of luck, Susan. It'd be really good to see an updated video, introduction video, and you know, maybe next week in the live stream we can have a look at your updated introduction video. Alexandra's here, and he says, will the recordings stay on the channel? Yep, all live streams are included and saved on this on my channel, so should be available after this live stream is finished. Okay. Okay. Any final questions before we finish off? We've got just over 10 minutes before. Could be English language teaching related. Could be online teaching related. It could be a variety of other questions that you might have. Okay, right. So what else do we have to look at? Let's have a look at this. Right, I'm going to be looking at a few blog posts to see. Okay, first question has popped up. Your suggested source for A1, A2 reading materials. Okay, if you've not heard of graded readers before, these are usually stories or books that could be used within lessons. It could be done online remotely, or it could be done face to face. And graded readers are stories that have been re-edited to suit particular levels of students. So these students would be, say, beginner A1 to elementary pre-int A2. Try and find graded readers that are suitable for these levels. And there are a variety of different graded readers. So let's have a look. Okay, let me open up my tab here. And so you can see here, graded readers in English. And usually Pearson are quite good. Let's have a look at Pearson. And so here we can see graded readers. Okay. Right. You've got ages, different graded readers. How to use the readers, levels, correlation charts, teaching resources. Let's have a look at the resources. We've got things to do with movies and that sort of thing, which would be quite interesting if students have looked at these movies before. You've got fairy tales, which are very common for young learners. And again, a variety of different resources available. So definitely recommend this. So yeah, graded readers are probably the best source for finding suitable readings for students at these particular levels. If you're finding it difficult to find suitable graded readers, then you could rewrite particular stories using very simple basic English and that sort of thing. Okay, next question. We've got Alexandra. Do you ever have your online students write anything? How do you overcome awkwardness of just sitting there doing nothing for a while? Okay, I'm assuming that you're getting students to write during an online lesson. Now, for me, I tend to break up online teaching between synchronous live teaching face-to-face online and asynchronous before or after the lesson. Any activities that could be done outside the lesson before or after the live lesson online could include writing. So I get my students to do some writing before our lesson. And then what we do is we review the writing that they've done during the live lesson. So I don't necessarily get students to write during the lesson because it's a waste of time. You're just sitting there, as you mentioned, you're not doing anything for a while. And then it's something that students could do before the class. Why do it during the lesson? Why do it online before, during the lesson? Get the students prepared for sharing their writing before they come and get them to email it to you or send it to you or share it with you via Google Drive or something else like that. That would be a lot easier and better to do than to wait for students to do their writing online, because the students will find it boring. They're just, oh, I could have done this writing before the class. Why do I have to do it now? Why didn't my teacher tell me to do the writing before we started the lesson? I could have done it then. So I ask students to do their writing before they turn up. If there's any live writing that they have to do, very short, simple pieces of writing, then I get them to do it there and then. Use Google Drive and to write down anything that they need to do during the lesson. One thing I do try and get students to do is to do vocabulary exercises during the lesson. That would be better than to get students to, that would be a lot quicker and easier, and it's short and simple. But any extended pieces of writing, get them to do it before the class. I hope that helps. Yeah, and Susan says you can ask them to write on the whiteboard and we can do it together. I suppose if you're teaching a group of students, you could get students to do their pieces of writing together as a group. You know, there was a video that I shared recently about what was it? Online dictogloss. And if you're not sure what dictogloss is, I do have a video, and I will share it with you. Just give me a moment and I'll find the appropriate video. And let's see, dictogloss. Okay, got the link here. So dictogloss is a really useful activity. It's a grammar dictation, basically. That's all it is. So I'll share the link in the tab. There we are. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the answer. Sadly, many of my students are teenagers who are reluctant to do any homework. I completely understand. Well, if that's the case and they really need to do the writing during the lesson, you know, if they're together as a group, try and put them into breakout rooms and trying to get them to do group writing together. Or, you know, the dictogloss, online dictogloss, I shared the link in the tab, you know, in the chat, so you can access it there. But yeah, if you do have students who are kind of unmotivated, then yeah, I can see the reason why you have to do it during the lesson, but that's that. Right, so we've got 3 minutes remaining until we finish today's live stream, and it's so nice to have so many not students, but many teachers joining today, and I'm so pleased that many of you have posted some great questions. So any final questions before we finish off? And I'm pleased that today's live stream has had minimal technical hiccups. I noticed that the connection has been a bit hit and miss, but it's better than nothing. Right, any final questions before we finish off? If not, I'll share a couple of things that I've been up to, and then we could do our poetry. Yeah, Alexandra says, thank you so much. I get a lot of inspiration from you. You're very welcome. I'm so pleased that you have found today's live stream useful, and apologies again for the breaking connection, but I'm definitely going to try and improve the connectionability of the live stream, because it does come and go, breaks off from time to time, I can see. Okay, in terms of my website, if you haven't visited my website, please come and visit eltexperiences.com. You can look at some various blog posts that I've been writing recently. Most recent one is about personal update, 10,000 subscribers, which I hit about a month ago or so. So it's so great to have you know, all of you join in, and I really appreciate it. So come and have a look. There's a couple of other posts that I've done. You know, my first face-to-face course for a week, that was great during Easter. And a lesson plan about British food. So there's a lot of resources available on my website. So feel free to pop down, have a look, and get involved. Right, I'm going to finish off. We've got a minute remaining, and I'm going to do a poem. I'm going to choose a poem just over here, and I'm going to read a poem. This is something I used to do when I did my weekly live streams, and it's a nice thing to finish off. So just give me a moment. I'll get a poem. Okay, John Keats, The Major Works. Okay, Let's have a look. Yep, I've got a nice short poem here. One is called On the Grasshopper and Cricket. Okay, let's get started and we'll finish off. The poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hiding cool in trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new mown mead. That is the grasshopper's, he takes the lead. In summer luxury he is never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. The poetry of earth is ceasing never on a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought us silent from the stove there shrills the cricket's song, in warmth increasing ever, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hills. Very good for time of year. We're all getting to the point of summer, and I do hope that you enjoy the warmer weather. If you do have warm weather where you are. If you do have any final questions, feel free to post in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do have any suggestions for a future live stream, let me know. I will see you next week at the same time at 12 o'clock, and I'll be more than happy to, see you soon. So take care, stay safe, and happy teaching. I'll see you in the near future. Bye-bye.